Welcome back YouTube, Tutu UK here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Something a little bit different. Something that you probably wouldn't have thought old Tutu here would be actually showcasing. And as you can see from the title, we're talking about none other than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles quarter arcades. Now, a bit of a backstory to this. This is very kindly sent to me by Chris over at Rubble Road, who looks after the quarter arcades and does, I don't know, all their marketing and whatever. I've known Chris Gordon Bennett's got to be best part of 10 years, I think. The first Play Manchester Expo, he was there with his, I don't know if it's still going, Games You Loved. He came over, well, we went over, me and Jay didn't know who he was from Adam, but he recognised Jay, myself, Cybersnake, and we got talking that way, so I've known Chris ever since then. And obviously the guy's done really well. And anyway, so he approached me at Play Expo Blackpool, at the bar. So, you know, a few drinks had been consumed by this point, no doubt. Obviously, myself was on Lager Shandy, and Chris mentioned about these particular units. And would I be interested in, you know, showcasing one on the channel, etc. Now, you might be thinking, there's the Turtles, Stu. You're way too old for the Turtles. But what you got to remember is when the original Turtles came out, I was only like 12, 13, something like that. So, yeah, I am that old. And the Turtles are that old. And so back then, the hype around them was immense. It was absolutely huge. So, you know, although I don't, you know, collect the toys, the figures, or any of that kind of stuff, obviously the Turtles does hold a special place. As it probably does for many people my age. Some people never got on board with it. Some people did like most things. But you can't deny the actual arcade machines, along with the Simpsons 4 players, are absolutely stone cold classics. There's no ifs, buts about it. So anyway, so Chris very kindly contacted me, said, look, we've got these machines. I'm not sure if they were due out or whatever. They're out now. This has been a long time in the making. Partly my fault, probably partly Chris's fault, admittedly. But we got here in the end anyway. And he sort of offered me there's two machines. There's the original one, and there's Turtles in Time. I said, it's got to be the original. It's got to be the original, 100%. That's what I remember in the arcades, in Skegness. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like I say, along with the Simpsons 4-player, you know, you could hear these arcades, along with Space Harrier, the Dying Scene Space Harrier, Shinobi. But you could always hear the Simpsons. You could always hear the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That intro was like the cartoon. Yeah, and so like I say, even back as a kid, back then, you know, I have strong memories of my friend Richard at school. He and he wasn't one to Billy bullshit. He basically said his relatives over in the States had like a pirate copy on VHS of the Turtles, the movie. And so it felt like years. It probably was only a couple of months we were talking about this. And he actually, you know, he was true to his word. He got the video, he lent me it, and I watched it, all grainy. Couldn't see anything, but, you know, that was it. I was sold before that anyway. I remember seeing the Turtles on the front of me machines and stuff. Going back to the actual machine itself, in terms of what we've got here, come from Chris very kindly, along with, he sent me something else as well, and I'll show that once we get this unboxed. But yeah, really do appreciate this, Chris. He didn't have to. And again, you know, I sort of did sort of say to him, look, I'm not a sellout channel. I don't do stuff like this normally. So if it's shit, I'll tell you it's shit. And he was cool with that. He said, no, that's kind of what I want. You know, I want an honest opinion, and I'll give you an honest opinion. So I'm going to try and open it here. Then I'll probably have to shift the camera angle around because it's not conducive with, you know, with doing stuff like this. Because look, I'm not studio. I'm just a bloke. So let me just try and crack this open, and we'll see what we've got inside here. Boom, there we go. Numskull, actually, I forgot, should have mentioned that. So I don't know how it all works with all these different companies that are, you know, doing bits and bats. I'm assuming that Chris works for Numskull, and Quarter Arcade is the sort of line of items that they're making. I know quite a few people have got these. James input retro gaming, he's into this Quarter Arcades. I know there's Tony over in Australia. is into them. You know, he's got the stuff like Dragon's Lair and stuff like that. But I think Numskull are doing their own line. They're not the same company, if that makes sense. So let me dig this out, and then we'll. So I thought I'd just freehand this bit because, like I say, I haven't got the most conducive space that works with unboxings. But yeah, I mean, wonderfully presented. You got this, some of the artwork to the machine. So there's a Turtles in Time one there. This one should be the original ones. Some bump viage there for you. Tells you everything you need to know. I don't think that's the original woman. I'm not really sure what's going on with the legs though. I don't know if she's had an accident, she's special needs or what. But yeah, quarter scale, as I mentioned before. Numskull. So their brand is the quarter arcades, and yeah, Chris did mention about Nickelodeon and the licensing and stuff like that. So it's been a bit of a licensing nightmare, I don't suppose, between Konami and Nickelodeon and everybody else, you know, wanting their pound of flesh. But let's crack this open and we'll see what we've got. Lovely packaging. I do love a good bit of packaging. Nice thick box as well. Nice sturdy box. Yeah, some nice, I don't know what they call this. Is it like set foam or something rather than the polystyrene? So we've got some set foam or whatever you want to call it, fixed foam, and then we've got the actual unit itself in there. So we'll dig this out and we'll come back again. So here we go. Very nice looking machine. Some nice weight to it. Good build quality, I would say. It is 4-player. So yeah, believe it or not, you can get 4 people around this machine. But there is something else, and Chris has sent me that. We have some instructions, but no one reads the instructions, do they? Join the club. There you go, Quarter Arcades. So little stickers here, because I do believe the coin mechs all light up, so you can put like 1, 2, 3, 4 there. USB powered. I believe it's got a USB battery in it, so you can run it off battery, I do believe. You do come with a USB lead but no plug, which is kind of like standard fare now for a lot of machines today. Artwork, again, I'm not convinced that's the same woman. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but there you go. Look, Konami Digital Entertainment, that's what it's called now. Konami Amusements. Engineered and designed by Numskull Designs, manufactured by Rubber Road. So there you go. That's the makeup of who does what. You've got some volume down here, USB power, and you've got a nice toggle switch. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I like the way it sort of replicates certain sections of the arcade. You know, you would have a back that opens up and stuff. But yeah, I say the weight and the build quality is really nice. See, this screen's got a, I don't know if you can see that because the light's bouncing off it. Bit of a protector on it, as has the CPO, control panel overlay. We do have some instructions how to play if you've never played the Turtles before. Very simple, highly addictive. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll turn the lights out, and we'll fire this up, and we'll see just to show you some of the little features, I suppose, of it. Down here in the old coin door, pop that open. You've got 2 little USB slots, and likewise on the other side. Now these are, as I think I did mention these, to plug in external USB controllers, and Chris very kindly sent me one of these to go along with it. So where these really sort of play their part, I suppose, is if you're going to have 4 players, because let's be honest, 4 big meathead people, blokes, women maybe, women do have meatheads, around this, it's going to get pretty tight. So, you know, with these pads, they look very NES style, let's be honest, and I'm guessing, and I would assume very much so, that these can be used with all Quarter Arcade machines. Actually, saying that, they have got the little sticks like the original Mark 1 Master Systems, which is quite funky. I do like that. Let me just pop one open, and here they are in a nice sort of neon purpley pink colour. Yeah, the stick, it's not, is it haptic? I can't even call it, where you have a feedback. It just feels like it's not micro switch, but it feels clicky. But yeah, very NES-esque. I'm guessing it's just a USB pad. I don't think there's anything, you know, really spectacular about it in terms of what it does and what it doesn't do. But nice colourway, and yeah, like I say, 4 slots, one for each controller, and it just means you can sort of sit back a little bit, and you're not sort of all crowded around what would essentially be, you know, a quite small screen, but in keeping with the scale, obviously. So look, without further ado, let's hit the lights, and we'll give this some gameplay. So we'll just turn this on, and oh yeah, I should mention, it all does light up. So the marquee lights up, and you play 1, 2, 3, 4 coin mechs, illuminated also, illuminated. Go. It's obviously running on emulation, which is not surprising. These are all these machines, all these type of machines will run on emulation. That's the sound that you hear all through the arcades, and that sound, clink, 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 clink. Right, so again, always very simply, you press the you know, the coin mech. Now, look, without sort of starting any arguments, let's all just agree that Donatello is by far the best turtle. So that's who we're going to be. And let's get to it. Now, obviously, I am playing behind a camera, behind, you know, a small screen, so. So I'm getting my excuses in early. As I say, the controls are really nice for such a small little stick. That's what she said. Iconic music. Do some food. I don't think you get anything, do you? Can't let this guy got him. Not too bad. Damn it. There we go. We've gone 2 bits. I'm going to die here. I don't think I'm going to beat Rocksteady. Tweedles. So the way I always remember these two, Rocksteady and Bebop. Rocksteady the Rhino, so R and R. No, damn it. Nearly had him. No, see, now I'm not doing tactical. Got him. So yeah, like a shredder. You get the top up on the half. So there you go. I mean, like I say, absolutely, it's just arcade perfect as it's emulating the arcade machine. With a fantastic screen, the sound is awesome. A few points to note. So when you get this unit, like many of these USB powered devices nowadays, ensure you use a cable, and also just watch your charger, because I was just using an iPhone charger. It hasn't got enough amperage, enough oomph in it. So yeah, just be mindful of that, because like I say, with a lot of these newer devices, although us old people think USB is universal serial bus, you can plug anything in and it all works, it doesn't. So make sure you have the right power adapter, and obviously use the included lead. There is a battery in it. It will charge. I think it lasts about an hour and a half on full charge. What we'll do, I'll just quickly show you the instructions, because you can access the dip switches into this. So we'll have a quick look at that if you know, if you want to hang around, and we'll just see what you can tinker with. I'm assuming it's going to be like how many lives per credit and stuff like that. But we'll have a look anyway, and then I'll do a quick roundup. Just a quick nose at the instructions. I say they're not nice, glossy, nice quality instruction manual there. Just basically tells you what's going on. USB-C, charging port, stuff like that. Gives you some rundown. Again, it specifies about the actual charger and the lead. Powering on, powering off. Add a credit, which we know about. Let's get the glare off it. And this is a dip switch setting. So player 1 attack, player 2 attack while the game is booting. Settings will appear on the screen. So we'll have a look at that. And then the USB controller. Yeah, and that's really about it. So what I'll do, I'll restart this, and then we'll have a look at those dip switch settings. So I'm just going to turn it on now with the player 1, player 2 held down. Quarter Arcades by Numskull. Old splash screen. Let's just see. Again, I don't think it's going to be anything amazing, but it'll be interesting to have a look at anyway while we're here. Well, okay, I'll take it back. I thought it was going to be dip switch settings for as in the arcades, but it looks like it's actually sort of a trainer. Remember the old trainers you used to get in the old 16-bit games? Let's have a quick look. So yeah, one hit kill, level 1 boss now. One hit kill for all the bosses, infinite lives, infinite energy, invincibility, sound test. Is that it? I say is that it, but just see if there's a page 2. Enable, disable CRT. Ooh, let's what does that mean then? Off. What does it look like with it off? Does it mean no scan lines? See if there's no scan lines on this. Yeah, it's no scan lines. Okay, so you can take the scan. I think it looks better with the scan lines on, let's be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the scan lines. So there you go, guys. I mean, I say many thanks to Chris again for this. If these are your bag, and I know there's people out there that do like these. For me, I always kind of you know, put these in the same sort of ballpark. Not sort of saying it's the same as arcade one-ups, but you know, I think they complement games rooms better. In a bit like the mini devices, that kind of thing. Or if you're like a Turtles fan, you know, having one of these in your backdrop, if you collect the figures and whatnot. The same with all the range of the machines that they do. You know, they make nice addendums to a collection, don't they? Personally, me, I wouldn't have a room full of these machines, but that's just me. You know, I know there's people that collect arcade one-ups and they swear by them. Each to their own. Each to their own. Honestly, you do you, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks at all. But yeah, an iconic machine from an iconic age. So yeah, if this is your bag, get over to Numskull, Quarter Arcades, and get one ordered. I say, fantastic bit of kit, really is. Thanks for watching YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.